In New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Philadelphia Eagles. Former fifth-round pick of the Eagles. This is Dion Lewis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Again, it's Lewis. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Now the longtime Patriot. It's LeGarrette Blount. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Play fake to Blount. Now it's Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game, and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
They try again with Lewis. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Brady gives this one to Lewis. And he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Fresh set of downs here. Throwing on first down is Brady. Wide open. open. Gronkowski. And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spike. It's a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, 39 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Eagles will take over here in just a second on offense. And, Charles, as you look back to the Super Bowl title run that they just had, what were some of the moves that made that possible?
I'll keep it on the offensive side of the ball because I thought their front office did a fantastic job of having answers in case things happen. Carson Wentz goes out. Well, they had signed Nick Foles to back him up. That worked out pretty well. Getting Alshon Jeffrey as a weapon outside to help them in the passing game. Darren Sproles gets hurt at running back. Corey Clement was signed as an undrafted free agent. He filled in well, and they traded for Jay Ajayi. And how about Jason Peters losing the all-world left tackle? And how about Vaitai, who they drafted the year before, filled in quite capably. They had answers for everything they needed.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
The all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. 20. They run. This is Lewis. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, here's Brady. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Throwing is Brady on third down. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a toss play to Lewis. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Dion Lewis taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So they're going to go for 2. Brady going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Alshon Jeffrey. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this is back to a 5-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez. But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Again, here's Blunt. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And Blunt loses the football. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Oh, how about this on first and goal. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 21-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
Watch left, tight end to the left, tight end left. 20.
Brady now on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Michael Kendricks from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. Brady to throw on second down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On third and long, it's Brady. Michael Kendricks in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Sproles. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The runner-up New England Patriots offense back onto the field. And I wanted to get your thoughts on the offense for this crew as they go into 2018. How do they stack up, Charles?
Typically, New England, pretty darn stable. One of the goals going into the offseason was to try and hold on to running back.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blunt in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Wentz now to throw. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's the battering ram Blunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a gain of 7, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith, 57 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Elliott now to kick this one away. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vinny Curry in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
To throw on second down, Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Amendola, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. He's going to air it out deep. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Wentz going to give this one to Blunt. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blunt, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now Blunt trucks over him. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Here's Blunt, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Six yards to go here on second down. Stepping up, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Sproles. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 19. So the Patriots coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On play action, Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Torrey Smith, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are pouring it on. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Elliott now to kick this one away. Now Dion Lewis to return. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. To throw is Brady. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call them the passing backs. They get them the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen. James White could have been the MVP in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a certain quarterback that was on the field that day.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Ryan Allen now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Sproles, the return. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. And this is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And he comes back with one complete. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
First and 10. Here's Brady. And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On play action, it's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.